Yes guys, welcome back to another video on my channel, and it's Game Week 26 Premier League predictions. Another huge week of Premier League fixtures, including the big one, Chelsea, Man United, and a lot more, so stick around to see what I predict the scores to be for this upcoming game week. And yeah, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And yeah, let's get into the first game. Okay, to kickstart us this upcoming game week, the first game comes at the Etihad Stadium, where it's Manchester City on a crazy unbeaten run, taking a West Ham side who got a really good win against Tottenham last week. And yeah, they're pushing for Champions League places. They're fighting with Chelsea and all the ones around us. And yeah, they deserve it. They've been really good this season, West Ham. But I do think this would be a step too far. And Man City, unbelievable. Another 2-0 convincing again in Gladbach, job done. They're pretty much through to the next round of the Champions League without really getting out of first gear, to be honest with you. And yeah, they're the best team in the world in my opinion right now. They're just winning and keeping clean sheets, and that's just successful football right there. That's what you need. That's just a great recipe to success, isn't it? They're going to win the Champions League. They're probably not going to win. They're going to win the league, and yeah, they're going to be fighting for the Champions League. Whether they win it or not, we'll have to find out, won't we? But yeah, for this game, I do think Man City will win it. I just think you can't go against Man City right now. Even though I do think West Ham will put up a fight, but I think Man City will be too strong. My dad's gone 2-0, and I'm going to go 2-0 as well. And yeah, like I said, just nothing against West Ham, because they've had a really good season, and they'll continue to rise. But yeah, I just think Man City, you can't go against them, can you? Let's move on. Okay, so the next game comes at the Hawthorns, where it's West Brom and Albion taking on a Brighton side who, Jesus Christ, Monday night against Crystal Palace. How the hell did they manage to lose that game? Unbelievable. They had like 30-odd shots. Palace had 2. What happens? Palace win 2-1. Surprise, surprise. But yeah, that's really cool. And Brighton, and they did not deserve to lose that game at all. And yeah, they need a response, and I think they will give a response, and I think they're going to win this game. West Brom to me are down, like I've said it multiple times. They're not good enough, and they just don't create much, and they're really open at the back sometimes. So yeah, they're down for me. But yeah, Brighton, I think they'll win this game. I'm going to go with a 2-0 to Brighton. Yeah, a couple goals for Brighton, and Graham Potter will take 3 points back to the Amex. My dad's gone 2-1 to Brighton, so he's in agreement. Brighton to win, and yeah, big 3 points for Brighton if that comes up, and they need the points. Okay, so the next game comes at Ellen Road, where it's Leeds versus Aston Villa, and this is I'm looking forward to this game. This game's got a good potential to be a really cracking game. I can't lie. It's got goals written all over it. It's got like big incidents, 2 decent teams playing good football. Dean Smith sets Villa up nicely, and yeah, I can see it's been a good game. Leeds, ignore I said all that, they lost, didn't they, to Wolves 1-0. They didn't deserve to lose. They had a good amount of chances, but Wolves nicked it. And yeah, Leeds, they won against Southampton, really convincing 3-0 victory. And yeah, one of Bielsa's best performances with that Leeds side in the Premier League. Yeah, for this game though, getting back on track, I do expect goals, but I'm going to go for a Leeds winner, I reckon. 2-1 to Leeds on this one. I backed them at Arsenal and let me down, but I feel like they're going to win this game against a really good Aston Villa side without Jack Grealish, and that's a big problem for Villa, and that's one of the reasons why they lost to Leicester last time out. But yeah, my dad's gone with a 1-1 draw. He's sat on the fence. Yeah, I'm expecting a good game here. Let's move on to the last game on the Saturday. Okay, so the last game on the Saturday, St James's Park, where it's Wolves taking on Newcastle. Well, Newcastle taking on Wolves. And for this game, I'm expecting the complete opposite to the Leeds Villa one. I just think it's going to be a lot more cagey, a lot more tight. You know how both teams like to play, sit back and counter. And yeah, Wolves, good win against Leeds, and like I said, and yeah, Newcastle awful against Man United. They did have, well, it's not, I wouldn't say awful, but not a good performance to be fair. And they are in real trouble getting relegated. Whether they will, I'm not too sure. I can't decide between them and Fulham, but right now I'd say Fulham to stay up if anyone's interested. But yeah, I think Wolves are going to win this one. A couple of decent wins for Nuno's side, much needed, and they're going to win this one. I'm going to go over 2-0 to Wolves, and a very good night for Nuno men. And yeah, Steve Bruce in big trouble. They could easily get relegated, like I said. My dad's gone 1-0 to Wolves, so expecting Wolves to win. But yeah, another, like I said, big 3 points for Nuno. Let's move on. Okay, so the first game on the Sunday comes at Crystal Palace, Selhurst Park, where it's Crystal Palace taking on Fulham. A massive game. I feel like Crystal Palace might have enough to stay up now, especially after that 3 points against Brighton. Jesus, how they got that, I'll never know. But important 3 points for Roy Hodgson's team. But yeah, Fulham, 7 points out of 9. On really good form, and yeah, this is a game. If they can win this, Newcastle, mate, it'll be really tight. And yeah, I think Fulham will get something, but I don't think they're going to win. I'm going to go over 1-1 draw, tight game. Without Zaha though, Palace, if I was to pick a winner, it would be Fulham, but I expect a draw, a tight game. My dad's gone 1-0 to Fulham, so he's back in the white men, and yeah, I can see why, to be honest, but Scott Parker's got them playing one. If they do win this, like I said, Newcastle, they've got to be watching out. They've got to be careful. But yeah, interesting game, this one. Let's move on. Okay, so the next game comes at Leicester, where it is Leicester City taking on Arsenal, the King Power. And tough one to call, this one. Both had contrasting results. Obviously, Leicester went out of the Europa League in rubbish fashion. They were miserable. And they were rubbish, weren't they? Let's be real. And yeah, Arsenal, last minute winner from Aubameyang sends them through to keep their season alive. But for this one, I'm expecting goals. But without Maddison, Leicester, without Maddison, are a completely different team. Harvey Barnes needs to step up into Maddison's shoes. He's doing really well. But yeah, without Maddison, tough one. I'm going to go with a draw again. I'm thinking another 1-1 draw here. My dad's gone 2-0 Leicester, so he's optimistic. But yeah, I think it'll be like a pretty open game, but we'll lack a bit of quality in the final third. But both teams will get a point, and yeah, that'll be good for Chelsea, to be fair. Come on, the Arsenal, let's win that game. Yeah, let's see what happens. But yeah, interesting game, that one. Let's move on. Okay, so the next game comes at the new White Hart Lane, where it's Tottenham taking on Burnley. And yeah, Tottenham, good, well, comfortable in Europa League, to be fair. 3-0 winners, and 7-1 winners overall, something like that. And yeah, well, that's what they're pretty much fighting for. They've dropped way off in the league. They've had a nightmare, haven't they, last couple of months. And yeah, but I expect them to pick up 3 points against the Burnley side, who they couldn't even beat West Brom with 10 men. Let's be real, they're just so like, they're good defensively, but attackingly, you do question. Like, I know they got 3 at Palace, but that was a fluke, wasn't it? Let's be real. But yeah, I expect Tottenham to win this one by 2-0 banker. My dad's gone 2-0 banker. Comfortable work for Jose Mourinho's men, and yeah, I expect them to pick up 3 points. Simple as that. Let's move on. Okay, so the one you're all here for, Chelsea, Man United, top of the table. Well, not top of the table, but the top end of the table clash, and pretty much a fight for second place. If yeah, that's the best that either of these teams are going to get this season. But yeah, what a win in the week. If you haven't watched the match reaction for Atletico Madrid, when Giroud scored the VAR, took about 4 minutes. It's funny, my reaction. But yeah, if you haven't seen that, go and watch that video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff on it. And yeah, for this game, wow, what a game. Man United 0-0 draw against Sociedad, but they were already through regardless of that result. They were never going to lose a 4-0 lead, were they, going into the last leg? But I've got about the boys, simple as that. And we know Man United are going to be a real threat. They've got a decent record against us, but we're under new reign, Thomas Tuchel's reign. And yeah, what do I think? I'm going to go 2-1 Chelsea. I think there's goals in this game. My dad's gone the opposite. He's going 1-0. Any win will do. And if we do win, we're pushing right up again. And we need to win, really, if we want to be pushing for that second place. But yeah, let's see what happens. But got back the boys. Match reaction. I just hate Man United so much. Like, I don't even care. Like, I fucking hate Man United. And yeah, I hope we perform. And yeah, obviously, as usual, match reaction will be out Sunday evening at 4:30 kickoff, so it'll be out 6 or 7. And yeah, let's hope we can build on that Atletico win and not play like we did against Southampton, because we'll lose if we do. But let's see what happens. Come on, you Blues. 2-1 for me. Come on, don't let us down. Okay, to conclude the Sunday games, and it comes at Bramall Lane, where it's relegated Sheffield United. I've said it now, they're down. Taking on Liverpool, who need to bounce back after a really poor defeat at home to Everton. Sheffield United, even though they're relegated almost, like, it's still like a horrible place to go. Like, when we played there, I was a bit nervous, like a bit apprehensive of what's going to happen, because like cold night, Sheffield under the lights, they're going to fight for everything. You know what Steve Wilder likes. And yeah, I'm not expecting an easy game for Liverpool, especially the form they've been on. And actually, this could be shock of the week. You can hold me to that. Could be wrong, but yeah, I think Liverpool really struggle in this game. I expect them to win, but not convincing. I'm going to go 1-0 Liverpool. Tight, cagey game, but yeah, don't get me wrong. I think Sheffield have got a chance in this game. Like, they weren't too bad against Fulham. They should have had a penalty in the last minute. How that wasn't a penalty, I'll never know. But yeah, Sheffield are down, but I can see Liverpool being given a right game here. And yeah, my dad's gone 2-1 Liverpool, so he's back in Liverpool. Yeah, let's see what happens, and yeah, let's move on to the Monday game to conclude the match week. Okay, so like I said, the last game of the match week comes at Goodison Park, where it's Everton, who got a really good win against Liverpool, taking on Southampton, who got thumped at Leeds 3-0. And yeah, I can't believe Southampton got 1 point in their last 7 games. Of course it was against us. Always happens, but there you go. And yeah, Everton, I was saying to some of my mates the other day, like, they're just rubbish against the relegate or the crapper teams in the league, aren't they? They never seem to perform, like Fulham a couple of weeks ago, and then they go to Anfield and win. Like, it's really weird. It's almost like Everton are better against the bigger teams. Like, it's crazy to think that, but yeah, I'm going to back Everton just because of how poor Southampton have been. And yeah, I'm going to go 2-0 Everton. My dad's gone 2-0. So yeah, I think Everton win this one. But you never know with Everton, to be honest. Like, they can produce any kind of performance. They can be good one game, but you crap the next. You never know, do you? But yeah, that's the predictions done. As always, thank you for watching Premier League predictions. Game week 26, and yeah, it's a big game week for a lot of teams, and obviously the big one, Chelsea Man United. Like I said, make sure you tune in for the match reaction, probably 6 or 7 on Sunday evening. And yeah, nervous, but let's see what happens. And yeah, if we can just put in a performance and get right up into that, push right up into them second, or push that second spot up, you know what I mean? But yeah, let's see what happens. Come on, you Blues. Don't let us down, and I'll see you soon. Come on, you Blues.